Welcome to Avengers Doomsday, where Marvel might have finally hit the panic button and said, hey, what if we just throw every superhero into one big pot and then call it a movie? Yes, buckle up, because this movie looks like the definition of chaos in a cape. So let's break this down. The official story is that after the events of Thunderbolts, the Avengers team up with Wakanda, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and pretty much every breathing superhero still under contract to fight Doctor Doom. Sounds cool, right? Until you realize this is just Marvel doing the same thing they've done before, but louder. It's basically a multiverse smoothie made of old characters, recycled drama, and a big villain with a metal mask. And get this, Robert Downey Jr. is reportedly back, not as Iron Man, but as Doom, or some twisted version of both. No, you didn't miss here. He's playing Doom now. Maybe also a Tony Stark variant. Maybe both at once. Who knows? It's like Marvel said, we missed the good old days, and instead of moving forward, they're hitting reverse at full speed. It's the cinematic version of texting your ex because you're bored. But hold up, before we go full roast mode, let's talk about the good stuff. The cast is stacked. Like, stacked. You've got the Fantastic Four with Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. The OG X-Men are back. Hugh Jackman might show up and slice someone important. And even Scarlet Witch might float in from the dead. It's nostalgia overload. Fans are hyped for that. Can't lie. Seeing all these faces on screen, it's like a nerd's version of the Super Bowl. Some fans are even calling this the ultimate Marvel reunion. Like your high school class getting back together, except everyone has superpowers and trauma. People on social media are already making posters mashing up every single hero ever, with captions like, ready for the war to end all wars. There's even memes of Doctor Doom holding a family-sized therapy session. But here's the thing, just because you invite everyone to the party doesn't mean the party's gonna be good. In fact, it might just get loud, crowded, and messy. Like, do we really need 40 characters on screen at once? Someone's gonna get 5 seconds of screen time and a sad death just to shock us. And you know, there'll be at least one super long speech about sacrifice that we've heard 5 movies ago. People online are already split. Some are like, this is gonna be bigger than Endgame. And others are like, yo, this is giving desperate vibes. And honestly, both sides kinda have a point. This feels like Marvel trying to plug the leaks in a sinking ship with dollar bills and old cameos. There is real fear that it is less about storytelling and more about flexing how many IPs they own. Now let's talk direction. The Russo brothers are back. Yes, the Endgame guys, which sounds awesome. But they haven't really done anything great since then. So it's like, can lightning strike twice? Or are we getting the Hollywood version of a band trying to relive its glory days and putting out a reunion album that nobody asked for? And here is the big money talk. This thing reportedly costs over $500 million to make. No, I'm not joking. Maybe even closer to $600 million with all the cast and effects. And that is before marketing. Insiders say Disney needs this movie to make over $1 billion just to not cry in a corner. Some even call it the most expensive film ever. No pressure, right? So will it flop or fly? Good question. Some people predict it might beat Endgame's box office. Others think it is doomed to underperform. If it makes less than $500 million, I mean $1.5 billion, it could be considered a financial failure just because of how much they poured into it. Imagine dropping $500 million and still taking an L. It's like cooking the most expensive dinner ever and still getting food poisoning. Now let's get back to the story. It's your classic big bad threatens multiverse type beat. Doctor Doom wants to ruin everything and everyone has to team up. Maybe there is time travel. Maybe there is alternate timelines. Maybe there is 3 different Wolverines. Who knows? The leaks are wild. One leak said Doom isn't even the only villain. Apparently, there are variants of heroes who go bad, like an evil Iron Man, or a dark Captain America, or a Phoenix-powered Jean Grey who goes full nuclear. It's basically Marvel pulling out every card they've got. Its fan service turned up to 100, and for some people, that is amazing. For others, it is exhausting. But let's pause for a second. Imagine being a new fan trying to understand all this. You haven't watched 40 plus movies and 15 shows? Sorry, you are lost. Good luck figuring out why Professor X is in a wheelchair in one scene and flying in another. Continuity? Never heard of her. So yes, this movie is shaping to be the final boss of the MCU. It's either gonna be a glorious comeback or the biggest cinematic faceplant since Cats. The stakes are that high. And we haven't even talked about the whole Downey as Doom thing. Fans are mad. Like really mad. People are saying it erases Doom's comic background. In the comics, Doom is Latvian, Romani, proud, and honestly, one of the most layered villains ever. Giving his role to Tony Stark in a different outfit feels cheap. Like Marvel trying to slap duct tape on a plot hole. Others defend it. They say Downey's return is smart, gets butts in seats, but it also screams, we are out of ideas, so here is nostalgia bait. And let's be honest, that's what a lot of recent Marvel feels like. Callbacks, cameos, and chaos. But let me not be a total hater. There is a world where this movie actually works. If they focus on character arcs, slow it down, give space to breathe, then maybe, just maybe, we get something special. Especially if Doom is written well. He's one of the few villains who could actually carry the entire weight of a film like this. He's smart, he's brutal, and if they do him justice, he could become iconic. Like, remember how Infinity War balanced a huge cast? If they pull that off again, we might be surprised. But if they try to out Endgame just by going bigger and louder, it is gonna fall apart. And we still don't know the exact ending. Some say this leads straight into Secret Wars. Others think it'll be a two-parter, like a cliffhanger where half the heroes get erased again. Or maybe they reverse the snap again. Honestly, at this point, they might just press Ctrl Z on the whole franchise. Anyway, here's my take. Avengers Doomsday is gonna be wild. It's gonna have moments that make you tear, maybe even cry. But will it be a good movie? That's up in the air. Marvel is betting everything on this. The money, the fans, the future, and with people already saying the MCU is dying, this movie could be the thing that saves it or bruises it. So yes, Marvel's upcoming disaster? Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it's gonna be one hell of a ride. Subscribe if you wanna roast it with me when it drops. Peace out.